Happy day students. In this video, we are going to start off with the new lesson, The Wolves of Cernogrtaz, written by Saki. Let's get into the video. This is an interesting story about supernatural forces and strange happenings written by Saki H. Munro. The author is well known for his tales of mystery and magical powers. The story is about an old castle and its owners, the Cernogrtaz family, who had to sell off their family castle when their fortune turned against them. Thus, they abandoned their ancestral family castle. As time went by, the castle was purchased by Grubel family. This is the introduction of the lesson. Let's get into the summary. The Grubels were living in a castle that once belonged to the Cernogrtaz family. As the story opens, they were discussing a legend connected with their castle. Baroness Grubel told her brother Conrad what she knew concerning the legend. Supposedly, whenever anyone died in the castle, wild beasts would howl all night long. The Baroness did not believe the story because she did not hear any howling when her mother in law died. The Baroness had an old governess named Amelie. As a general rule, she did not talk much, and she was generally ignored by her superiors. Contrary to her normal, unobtrusive nature, Amelie flatly contradicted her mistress. She said that wolves howled only when a member of the Cernogrtaz family died. In addition, a tree would crash to the ground at the moment of death. However, the wolves would not howl if a stranger died in the castle. The Baroness was angry at the disrespect shown by her governess. She made it clear that she did not believe that Amelie was a reliable source of information concerning family histories. In reply, Amelie said that she herself was a Cernogrtaz. When the family became poor and she had to earn a living by teaching children, she took a different name. However, her grandfather had spent a lot of time in the castle when he was a boy. Besides, her father had told her all the family legends and she cherished them in her heart. When the Baroness hired Amelie, Amelie did not know that her mistress would eventually take her to the castle where her family had once lived. She told the Baroness that she would rather have gone anywhere else. When Amelie had left the scene, the Baron commented on her impertinence, and the Baroness decided that she would terminate her employment as soon as the New Year festivities were over. She did not want to fire Amelie immediately because her services were needed for the busy days that lay ahead. Neither the Baron nor his wife believed what Amalie had said. They did not express their disbelief while she was present, but as soon as she left, they indulged in sarcastic remarks. However, Conrad had noticed that Amalie had tears in her eyes as she spoke. The closing days of December were exceptionally cold that year. Amalie became seriously sick and could not perform her duties. The Baroness was annoyed because her sickness came at such an inopportune time. She wished that she had terminated Amelie's employment before she became ill. All of a sudden, dogs began barking fearfully. Wolves were prowling about in great numbers. They all began to howl. The Baroness ran to Amelie's room. In spite of the cold, the window was open. The Baroness wanted to shut it, but Amelie told her to leave it open when the Baroness objected that she would die of the cold. Amelie said that she would die anyway. The wolves had come from far and wide to sing the death music of her family, and she wanted to hear it. She told the Baroness to go away. As the Baroness rejoined her guests, they heard the sound of a tree falling to the ground. Amelie had died. The news of her death appeared in the newspapers. The deceased was identified as Amelie von Cernogrtaz. She was described as a valued friend of Baron and Baroness Grubel. This is the ending of the story. Thank you so much for listening to the lesson. Have a good day.